Is Malaysia quietly shifting its global alliances? In recent years, Malaysia has taken significant steps to strengthen its partnerships with two of the most influential Eastern powers, Russia and China. While the West watches closely, this pivot reveals much more than just economic deals or military exchanges. It's about Malaysia redefining its role in a changing world order. In this video, we'll uncover the 10 key reasons why Malaysia is deepening its ties with Russia and China. What drives this strategic alignment? Let's dive in. Strategic hedging against Western influence. Malaysia has historically maintained a neutral foreign policy, but in today's global landscape, neutrality often translates to balancing power. Malaysia sees closer ties with Russia and China as a way to hedge against overdependence on the United States and its allies. With increasing Western pressure on Southeast Asian countries regarding military alignments and political ideologies, Malaysia prefers to have alternative global partners to preserve its sovereignty and avoid becoming a pawn in larger geopolitical games. Strengthening relationships with Russia and China offers Malaysia breathing space to maneuver diplomatically without choosing sides. Military modernization through Russian technology. Russia remains one of the world's leading military technology exporters. Malaysia, seeking to modernize its aging defense equipment without becoming overly reliant on Western suppliers, has turned to Russia for alternatives. Russian military hardware offers affordability, quality, and independence from Western restrictions. Collaborations on joint exercises and arms deals reflect a growing confidence in Russia as a defense partner. This move not only diversifies Malaysia's military capabilities but also sends a message that it won't be dictated by Western defense policies. Economic integration with China's Belt and Road Initiative. China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has had a massive impact on Malaysia's infrastructure development. Projects like ports, railways, and digital corridors are transforming Malaysia's economic landscape. By partnering with China under this initiative, Malaysia benefits from long-term investments that fuel growth in key sectors such as logistics, energy, and tourism. The alignment with BRI is not just economic, it's symbolic of a deeper integration into China's vision of regional development. Malaysia sees this as a strategic path to becoming a regional economic hub. Shared political values and non-interference policies. One of the cornerstones of Malaysia's foreign policy is mutual respect for sovereignty and non-interference in domestic affairs. This principle aligns closely with the policies of both Russia and China. Unlike Western nations that often link trade and diplomacy with human rights or political reforms, Russia and China engage on terms of mutual benefit without imposing internal expectations. This makes them appealing partners for Malaysia, which values political autonomy and is wary of external pressures to conform to Western democratic standards. ASEAN leadership through regional diplomacy. Malaysia aspires to play a larger role within the ASEAN community, and partnerships with Russia and China can help amplify that influence. By aligning with these powers, Malaysia gains leverage in regional diplomacy, especially when addressing complex issues like South China Sea disputes or economic cooperation frameworks. Beijing and Moscow often support multilateralism and regional consensus, which resonates with Malaysia's diplomatic style. These partnerships offer Malaysia a louder voice in ASEAN affairs without having to lean solely on Western alliances. Cultural and educational exchanges. Expanding soft power beyond politics and economics, Malaysia is investing in soft power relationships with Russia and China through educational and cultural programs. Chinese language learning is on the rise in Malaysia, and academic exchanges between Malaysian and Chinese universities are booming. Similarly, Malaysia has engaged with Russia in cultural events and joint research efforts. These exchanges foster people-to-people ties that go beyond official diplomacy, laying the groundwork for long-term trust and cooperation. Malaysia recognizes that strong relationships are not built in boardrooms alone. Alternative technology and innovation partnerships. China and Russia are global innovators in areas such as artificial intelligence, space technology, telecommunications, and cybersecurity. Malaysia sees enormous potential in forming technology partnerships with these countries to drive its own digital transformation. Huawei's presence in Malaysia, for example, showcases the country's openness to Chinese tech leadership despite Western concerns. Similarly, space and cybersecurity dialogues with Russia provide Malaysia with insights and infrastructure to secure its digital future. These partnerships help Malaysia leapfrog into the next phase of technological development. Energy and resource cooperation for sustainability. As Malaysia seeks to diversify its energy sources and build a sustainable future, partnerships with Russia and China play a crucial role. Russia is a major energy powerhouse, while China is a leader in renewable energy technologies. Collaborations in oil, gas, hydroelectric power, and solar development are already underway. These partnerships provide Malaysia with the technical know-how and investment needed to transition into a greener economy. In a world of volatile energy markets, such cooperation is both strategic and stabilizing. Response to global power shifts and multipolarity. The global order is shifting from a unipolar to a multipolar system. Malaysia recognizes that emerging powers like China and Russia are reshaping global governance, trade, and security norms. Instead of resisting these changes, Malaysia is adapting by engaging more deeply with these rising powers. It sees multipolarity as an opportunity to navigate global affairs on equal footing, rather than being overshadowed by a single dominant bloc. Aligning with China and Russia prepares Malaysia for a future where influence is more distributed and nuanced. National pride and global identity. Malaysia's pivot toward Russia and China also reflects a deeper sense of national pride and a desire to forge its own path in global affairs. Rather than following traditional Western-led trajectories, Malaysia is crafting an identity that blends independence with pragmatic alliances. The partnerships with China and Russia are a declaration that Malaysia will not be boxed into any one ideological camp. It's about asserting a Malaysian way of engaging with the world, one rooted in balance, respect, and strategic foresight. So, what does this all mean for Malaysia's future? These evolving ties with Russia and China mark a significant shift in the country's international posture. It's not about abandoning old friends but about creating new options and asserting independence in a complex world. As Malaysia continues to rise on the global stage, these relationships will play a key role in shaping its destiny. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful geopolitical breakdowns. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the forces shaping our world.